Hi, this is Dr. David Greene, founder and CEO of US Lead Network, the nation's leading healthcare internet marketing firm. Today's topic is the top 7 things the search engines look at when ranking your medical practice website. Now, some of these are much more important than others, but I'm going to go through all 7 of them so you can understand just what the search engines care about. The first thing is the quality and quantity of your content. Content is king now. Having a content strategy is really important. That's one of the reasons that years ago we developed a content writing team, because we knew and we know just how important the search engines look at your content. If you get a website done and you have your content written by someone who's doesn't have English as a native language, they're not fluent in it, they don't know how to research medical topics, they're not used to it, it's going to be a disaster. Google looks at the content quality and quantity. So, for instance, if you look at the first page rankings now, the number of words on those pages of those rankings continues to go up. It used to be 300 to 500, then it was 500 to 700. Now it's 700 to 1,200 words are the length of those pages that are ranking on the first page. So not only do you need to have good content, you need to have a lot of it. Now, part B of this one with the content quantity and quality is when someone goes to your website and they don't go to a second page, that's called a bounce. Google sees that. That goes into your bounce rate. So if someone doesn't spend a lot of time on your website, either they bounce or they spend 15 seconds and they're gone, Google sees that and your rankings will start to drop. So they look at the user experience. That's what really Google cares about, is what's the user experience. They get a first page result, they go onto your website, they hate it, they leave. Google sees that from their statistics. So it's very important that your content is not only quality, but has the proper quantity. All right, so the second thing that the search engines look at is what we call meta tags. And meta tags are what you see behind the scenes of your website, such as the title tag, the alt tags, the meta description, all the things that can be done and often are not that help the search engines when their robots come and crawl the site for all the content, makes it very easy for them to know what the page or pages are about. And if all that matches up, if the meta tags match up with the on-page content and everything has the proper tags and codes in it, then the search engines will give you more favorability than they will to your competitor sites. So it's very important that that on-page optimization be in place. So the third thing that the search engines look at is the links to your site. All right, and those are called backlinks. Now, Google's very smart about this now. It used to be that people would go out and buy links from a link farm to your website, maybe 40, 50 at a time, and those would help give your site credibility. It doesn't really work like that anymore because Google is onto those networks, because what those link farms do is they link back and forth between all of their sites, creating a network of links, but Google's caught on to that a lot, so a lot of times that will be more detrimental than it will be helpful. So one of the teams we have at US Lead Network is a custom link building team that all they do is manual outreach to websites that would be good links to your website, and then talks to them about maybe a reciprocal link or how can we get a link on their site to link back and give you credibility, but that's not in any of those networks. So custom link building is very helpful for increasing your respect in the eyes of the search engines. Now, a fourth thing that the search engines look at is very simple. It's the age of your domain. So let's say your website is, I'm just going to pick something I've never heard of, BeckettSportsMedicineGroup.com. All right, that URL may be brand new. You may have purchased it last week. Google's going to give that very little credibility at the beginning. But if you've had that domain since 1999, almost 20 years, that gives a lot of credibility in the eyes of Google and Bing, because they can say, you know what, this isn't a fly-by-night, real quick domain. They've had this for a long time. So that, for better or for worse, goes into how your website gets ranked. Now, a fifth point that goes into why your website can get ranked on the first page of Google is what's called responsiveness. It used to be that websites look good on desktop, and looked terrible on mobile, so you had to get a separate website done for the mobile experience. The latest WordPress custom websites, which is pretty much the bulk of what we do, involves themes that look good on all different types of devices. So a smartphone, tablet, desktop, it doesn't matter what device somebody's using, they'll get a good user experience on the interface that they're seeing it on. Okay? So Google looks at that. If your website is mobile friendly, they'll rank your site higher than if it's not. So the sixth thing that the search engines look at for ranking you on the first page or not is a small ranking factor, but it is important. And that is whether or not you have an SSL certificate. So SSL stands for Secure Socket Layer, but basically they're not hard to get now. We put them on our client websites for free. And basically it secures, it encrypts the content that's going back and forth over your server. So for instance, we like to have our websites HIPAA compliant for all of our medical practitioners. So all of the forms that are on the sites are HIPAA compliant. But in addition, the website has that SSL certificate so that any of the content going back and forth over the server is encrypted. And that is something that Google looks at now as a small ranking factor. Another one, a number 7, your social media profiles. So Google more and more, and Bing, is looking at whether you have social media profiles attached to your website. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all these different things. They look and see, whether the presence is in place and how much content is going through those sites as well. So there you have it. There's the top 7 ranking factors for your medical practice website. At US Lead Network, we offer free website audits and a free 30-minute phone consultation with myself. I've now written 2 books on healthcare internet marketing. I'd be happy to show you how that we can help your medical practice website. I've now written 2 books on healthcare internet marketing, and I'd be more than happy to not only do that audit, but talk to you about how we can implement certain factors to help your online presence and help you gain more patients cost effectively. Visit us at usleadnetwork.net or call us at 877-791-6466. Thank you for watching.